This is Cindy. She's with us. And how many pounds today?
32.
32 pounds lost so far. And you've been on the program for?
Since June 9th.
Since June 9th.
Was when I started the reduction part. And
Okay.
still reducing,
Right.
which is happy. I like that.
That's right. That's a good thing. Okay, so what made you reach out to us?
But actually, I just finally had hit kind of rock bottom
Okay.
and going, I've got to get my health together because I have these little grandkids that I have. I want to be around and keep up with them and have energy. And I was having no energy, aches and pains and joints. I don't have any major health like diabetes or anything, but that doesn't mean I couldn't have that in the near future. So I just decided now's the time to get healthy. The last 2 years were really rocky with COVID and some deaths in the family from different things and COVID, and just was rough.
Okay.
So I just thought, and I kept putting it off, like I'll do it here, I'll do it here. And I thought, there's no perfect time to start this program. You just got to dive in head first. And a friend of mine told me about the program. And so that's when I called. I looked online, checked it out, called and made an appointment, and then just decided I'm doing this 100%.
Okay.
Just had to go. I can't keep going the way I'm going.
Okay. It's now or never.
Yeah. And so it really works if you just have to. I mean, it's pretty easy, the 4 ounces of protein, 4 ounces of vegetables, 4 ounces of fruit. It's not that hard. It's just getting rid of the other foods that you've been eating so long that you think you're going to miss. I don't think I've had ice cream since June, and I don't even miss it.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Because I think you would have.
I mean,
thought
sometimes
that, right?
I think, ooh, that looks good, or on advertisement that looks good, but there's foods that I thought I could never go without, like breads. And once you just don't have it anymore, or you think, oh, I'd rather, this is healthier, you just make up your mind and it works.
Right.
And my why, I had to have the why. That was the big thing, was just because I want to feel better about myself, have more energy, and be there for my family.
Right. So then you can kind of go back to that when.
That's the why. Yeah. And I wrote in the thing I felt was really good was making sure I got the InnoTech weight scale, got the app through that, got on the app for the program. That's really helped to journal the food. Mm-hmm. And then the scale keeps track of other things. And I have my Apple Watch that keeps track of steps.
Okay.
So I'm going to use everything I can to help. And then also just keeping up with everything that the technology's helped. The scales really helped because it's a reminder. And then I also put in my phone like a little mantra, like I think I wrote that I will eat healthy foods that allow me to reach my goal weight. Just I will only eat healthy foods, I think I wrote. And I kind of have to go back and read that. Plan ahead. I've talked to you about, Kim's my coach, by the way. She's doing a great job. And I've had to go back to pre-plan.
Right. I think
that's huge when you're going crazy on a day and helping me to have foods that are in the freezer. I can pop in the microwave. They're healthy. That's already weighed out, measured, and everything. That's really helped.
I think that too. That planning ahead, because there's just no convenience foods are good for
us.
No. And so it's like, if I get to that point and I'm starving and 6 o'clock at night and I don't have anything prepared, then the likelihood of making a poor choice increases a lot.
And I have fallen off the wagon, so to speak. I have made poor choices, but the incentive, like one day, maybe, the next day I'm back on. I'm going, okay, I've got to just get back. And so there are days where I do not do well. I mean, nobody's perfect on this, but even some of those days if as soon as I get back on, then I see a good reduction in weight. So that's helped.
Which probably helps you see like, okay, it is actually working.
Yeah.
When I stick to it, I can see a difference than when I don't.
Right. And another thing that I did was, excuse me, I have a little journal that I write in, and I am listing like food ideas,
Okay.
and I'm listing, okay, this is what I learned today, that I can't do this, or I have to
Right.
limit this, or this recipe wasn't very good, so don't try that again and try this. And so I'm writing down things and goals in there. I can trying to hit those like 25-pound goals and little 5-pound goals, and trying to make, this week, let's see if I can try to get that goal. And that's helped to write those down.
I love that.
And then I go back, I've gone back and looked at, what were the recipes? Oh yeah.
Right. I can do that.
Just keep track of it. Yeah. And then Pinterest is nice because I have recipes that you guys, a lot of those are off of Pinterest. So I just have like a Whole30 file
Little
that I
file.
put Pinterest in, and I look
Perfect.
at it and I look at the ingredients and I go, oh, those are ingredients that I can have. So
Right.
I've done that.
Perfect.
That's helped.
That's awesome.
So-
What would you say is the hardest part? Or has been the hardest part of the whole thing?
The hardest part is family, having the donuts and the fast food and that stuff out, and I have to make my own foods or have my own stuff, and they're over here eating all that stuff that I used to love. So sometimes that's hard.
Okay.
But if I know, okay, you're going to have that, and that was a good recipe, and it's in the freezer, and you pop it in the microwave, and maybe eat before everybody else comes in to
Okay.
eat, has helped.
Okay.
And then I'm not hungry, I'm not tempted.
Okay.
But that's been a kind of a hard one.
right. Just have, I think, the temptation in our face, right? Like that.
If you can get your family to get involved with it, but it doesn't work with me, with my, it won't work. So but it's never going to be perfect. You're always going to have those temptations, so
Right.
to speak, and so I'm going, okay, you got to live with it. You got to figure it out, because you're never going to have the perfect environment.
Right.
You're not going to have all these other foods introduced, and one thing was, there are places in town that you can go eat that you can have healthy foods
Right.
for restaurants,
Right.
and you can choose healthy.
Right.
And you can encourage people, well, let's go here
Right.
for healthy, because there's something, and you can look on the menu on your app, Google.
Right.
menu.
Ahead before you go.
I've done that.
Right.
So,
Okay. And what do you think has been the best part for you, like outcome wise?
Well, it's a combination. I feel better in my clothes. I've lost like 1 size, so I'm feeling better. Energy has come back. I just feel all around better,
Awesome.
and feel like I love that some of my pants I can't even fit. They're too baggy. I can't wear them. They're falling off. So
That's
I
a
love
good
that.
feeling. Yeah.
I love
That's
So-
an awesome feeling.
yeah,